My dear friends, welcome to Rajashekhar classes on applied data science with Python. This is lecture number 26. In this lecture, we will try to understand NumPy. Most of the libraries that we use in data science with Python, such as scikit-learn, SciPy and Pandas, use some of the NumPy's features. We will discuss what is this scikit-learn, what is this SciPy and Pandas in future classes. NumPy is the core library of scientific computing. I can say it is backbone of scientific computing, which contains a powerful n-dimensional array object. NumPy, I can say NumPy means it is numerical Python. It is useful in solving many mathematical problems like in linear algebra, Fourier transforms, in random number generators. One can make use this particular module extensively. Even it is useful in numerical calculations. You might have learned about Simpson 1/3 rule, Simpson 3/8 rule, trapezoidal rules, bisection method, regular falsy method, Newton-Raphson method. In all those methods, you can make use this particular module. Even it is useful in statistical computations. It is useful in probability and statistics. You can understand normal distribution, uniform distribution, binomial distribution. One can apply this particular module in artificial intelligence, in data science programming. It is an open source library. If you compare this NumPy with the lists, NumPy is faster than lists. What is the reason? In the case of NumPy arrays, especially NumPy arrays, all elements will get stored in continuous memory locations. Therefore, accessing that location, processing that locations is easy and faster than lists. This particular NumPy module makes use a concept known as locality of reference. What is of locality of reference? This lecture may not permit me to discuss this locality of reference. If someone is from computer science background, they can understand what is locality of reference. It works efficiently with latest CPU architectures. This NumPy module is very useful in handling vast amount of data. Now we will try to understand very simple examples about this NumPy module. Let me create one single dimensional array. Import NumPy as NP. What does it mean? This NP is name alias, means I am renaming NumPy module as NP. NP.array, this particular method or function is useful for creating an array. We are passing 8 elements by using list. Therefore, it will return a single dimensional array and it will get stored in the A. Just I am printing A. So that what will you get? You will get a single dimensional array as an output. Even you can create 2-dimensional arrays with this NumPy, 3-dimensional arrays. Even you can create n-dimensional arrays. Those n-dimensional arrays are known as tensors. We will discuss what is that n-dimensional array in future classes. Timing, let me proceed further. Here this is a simple example for creating 2-dimensional array. What is this? This is nested list, isn't it? Just see, this is list, this is one list, this is another list. These 2 lists I am keeping in another big list. Therefore, internally what happens? It will create a matrix of size 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the size of this matrix? How many rows? There are 2 rows. Therefore, I can say 2. How many columns? 1, 2, 3. Therefore, 3 columns. It is a matrix of order 2 by 3. This particular matrix will be written. This 2-dimensional array will be written in A. Just I am printing A. In output screen, what will it print? It will print as a 2-dimensional array. Anyway, we will try to understand in our Jupyter notebook. Just now we were saying that our NumPy arrays are much more faster than lists. We will try to understand with the help of one simple program. Just see, list1 equal to range of 1000 means it will create a list with entries 0, 1, 2, so on 999. Now what I am doing here, I square, I star 2 means what? What is the meaning of this? This I square for I in list 1 numbers, first I will take 0, it will calculate 0 square, next I will take 1, it will calculate 1 square, next it will take 2 square 4, next it will take 3 square 9. In similar manner, it will calculate 999 whole square. That's the functionality of this simple code. I will discuss about what is this percentage time it. Timing, let me explain this one also. Same functionality, here also I am explaining same functionality, but of course with the help of arrays. Just see this one, import numpy as np, means I am making use of arrays, np.arrange. Arrange, you must understand ARR, there is only one R. People used to keep ARR, you will get an error, ARANGE. Means it will create an array of range from 0, 1, so on, 999. What it says, A square, A is an array, just see, A is an array. A square means it will calculate 0 square, 1 square, 2 square, so on, it will calculate 999 whole square. Now, we will try to understand time complexity, or first, before understanding the time complexity, let me say a few points about our hero, today's hero. Which one is our hero of the day? This one is the hero of the day, percentile time it. Just see this percentile time it. What is the purpose of it? Percentile time it is an IPython magic function. I can say it is a magic function. It automatically calculates number of runs required for your code. This is also known as a line magic in Python. Line magics are prefixed with the percentile character and work much like operating system commands. You might have seen different operating system command. It works just like an operating system command. It is useful for calculating time. Just observe this one. 493 microseconds is mean for first piece of code. Whereas for second piece of code, what is the time? 2.4 microseconds mean. If you compare these two numbers, which two number? 493 and 2.4, it is almost 2.4 into 205 times. Means if I multiply approximately with 205 with 2.4, I will get 493. Means how many times it is faster? Your numpy arrays are faster 205 times than lists. This program output itself says how these numpy arrays are powerful. This anyway we will see in our Jupyter notebook after few seconds. Let me proceed further. Yes, I already discussed how to create numpy arrays, ARR, I must not say ARRANG, ARANGE. Just see, it is simple and straightforward code. Import numpy as np. What it says, just see this one, np.arrange of 4, 10. This always end -1 or stop -1 exclusive. 4, 10 means np.arrange will create an array with elements 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It will not take 10, 10 -1. It is not inclusive, it is exclusive. Therefore, it will return an array of single dimensional array of this type. If you provide 3 arguments, what happens for same function? If I provide 3 arguments, just see. First one is start. Which one is start? 4 is start. Which one is stop? 20 is stop. But 20 is it inclusive or exclusive? It is exclusive, means 20 will not be considered. Therefore, it must be 20 -1. And its step size. What is step size? Step size is 3. Therefore, first 4. Step size is 3 means 4 plus 3 7. Step size is 3. 7 plus 3 10. 10 plus 3 13. 13 plus 3 16. 16 plus 3 19. Yes, 20 means 20 -1. Exclusive means it will create a single dimensional array with these particular elements. Now, we will try to understand what is this endim. Endim means it will returns number of dimensions of an array. Just if you observe this one, what is that? Is it not single dimensional array? Yes, it's a single dimensional. How many dimensions? Single dimension, 1 dimension. Therefore, endim returns 1. As it is single dimensional array, it returns 1. If you consider another example, here I am taking 2 dimensional array. What is the array here? My first row is 1, 2, 3, 4. What is my second row? 5, 6, 7, 8. What is the number of rows? 2 rows. Just let me say 2 by how many columns? First column, second column, third column, fourth column. 2 by 4. Therefore, is it not two-dimensional array? Yes, it's a two-dimensional array. Endim always returns number of dimensions of that particular array object. Therefore, as it is two-dimensional array, it is returning 2, isn't it? Now, let me say with same logic, let me create an array of 3 by 3, isn't it? This is first row, this is second row, this is third row, isn't it? Therefore, internally what happens? Internally, it will create an array. First row is 1, 2, 3. Second row is 4, 5, 6. Third row is 7, 8, 9. Is 3 rows, 3 columns. What is a dimension? It is two-dimensional matrix. Is it not? It is two-dimensional matrix. Therefore, endim returns 2. Output of ARR dot endim means it will return 2, as it is two-dimensional array. Now, just observe this one carefully. This is three-dimensional array. A three-dimensional array can be formed with the help of two-dimensional arrays. Just observe this one. This is list 1. Just say L1. This is list 2. This is nested list, isn't it? List 1, list 2, I am keeping in another list. Just say this big list. Means this itself will form 2 by 2 matrix. With which entries? 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the first matrix. In similar manner, this is another matrix. What is that? Again, I am having one more 2 by 2 matrix with entries 4, 5, 6, 7. How many 2 by 2 matrices do we have? We have two 2 by 2 matrices. With the help of two 2 by 2 matrices, I can always create a three-dimensional array. Therefore, ARR.endim means what will it return? It will return 3, as it is three-dimensional array. Shape of an array. Shape of an array is the number of elements in each dimensions. Number of elements in each dimensions means what? For example, if I create an array of 10, 20, 30, 40, just it is single dimensional array. Single dimensional arrays can be treated as vectors. You must understand vector. 10, 20, 30, 40. It's a single dimensional array means just try to visualize as in a vector. It is of order how many rows? 4 rows. And how many columns? 4 by 1. Therefore, 4 comma means by default its value is 1. Therefore, it is 4 by 1. That is each dimension. That's what it says. Number of elements in each dimension. For example, just take this one. But here you are creating a two-dimensional array. What is first row? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my first row. What is my second row? Second row is 5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't it? What is the order of this matrix? How many rows? 2 rows. Just see. This is first row. This is second row. 2 rows. How many columns? First column, second column, third column, fourth column. Therefore, it is 2 by 4. Just that's what it says. 2 comma 4 means it is internally it's a creating an array of size 2 by 4, isn't it? Now, just see this one. Now, what's happening here? Again, we already discussed this one. This will create two by 2 arrays, isn't it? Two dimensional arrays. Therefore, it is 3-dimensional array. Each dimension, how many elements you have? 2. There are two by 2 matrices. Therefore, in each dimension, you can have 2 elements. As it is 3-dimensional array, you are getting, there are two dimensional arrays, we are getting 2, 2, 2, isn't it? Now, this one is a single dimensional array. Apple, orange, kiwi, banana, these are fruits. Len of array name, how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. It will return number 4 as an output, isn't it? Now, just see this one. This one is 2-dimensional array. In previous case, we discussed about 1-dimensional array. Just see in this 2-dimensional array, what happens? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is my first row. 5, 6, 7, 8. This is second row. Len of array name. What is my array name? ARR. Len of array name means it returns number of rows. How many rows are there? First row, second row. Therefore, it will return as 2. How will you get number of columns? Len of ARR of 0. ARR of 0 means you will get number of columns. First column, second column, third column, fourth column. Therefore, you are getting 4 as output. Yes. This LIN space, line space, you must understand it is LINE, it's not LINE, it is LIN space. It is simple, it will create, it's simple logic. Just see this one, this is start. Just see, this is start. This is end, 2 is end. This 5 is number of points. inclusively means it will create number of points in between 0 to 2. 0 is 1 point, inclusively, not exclusively. Inclusively in between 0 to 2, it will create 5 points. Just see, first point, second point, third point, fourth point, fifth point. Anyway, we will try to understand these things in our Jupyter notebook. Let me open Jupyter notebook first. Where is our Jupyter notebook? Just see our Jupyter notebook. This we were discussing in PPT, isn't it? np.array. What happens internally? It will create an array. Just see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Means if you provide list, it will return an array with that particular elements. Just see this one, it is two-dimensional array for which we are providing two lists. This is list 1, 1, 2, 3, list 2, 4, 5, 6. Just execute this code. You will get a two-dimensional array. It's a matrix. It will display a matrix. Regarding time complexity, I already discussed what is percentage time IT. We discussed this for this one for lists. Just see the star symbol. If you observe the star symbol, what does it mean? It is running. It is executing. Just 539 microseconds for lists, whereas for arrays, np.arrange, numpy as np, here I am creating an array. If it is array, what happens? We are comparing 2.38 microseconds, means what is the summary of this one? 539 microseconds for lists and 2.38 for what? For arrays. Just import numpy as np. It's an array, isn't it? This I already discussed in my PowerPoint presentation. Just see this one. Here what's happening? Here also we are creating an array matrix. This is 4, 5, 4, 10, 4, 10 means 10 minus 1. 423 means 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. 20 means exclusively. Exclusive means 20 minus 1 till 19 it will display elements. This I already discussed. Just let me proceed further. npy.array endim. What is endim? Now it will return dimensions. As it is single dimensional array, it will return 1. Whereas here it is two dimensional array. As it is two dimensional array, just see it is returning 2, isn't it? Let me proceed. np.endim. Here 3 by 3 matrix. 3 by 3 matrix means what? What's the dimension of 3 by 3? Two-dimensional matrix. 3 by 3 matrix means it's two-dimensional matrix, isn't it? That's why endim always returns dimension. This is 3 by 3 matrix. This is 2 by 2 matrix. This is 2 by 2 matrix. Two 2 by 2 matrices means it is 3-dimensional matrix. Therefore, endim returns 3. This I already discussed. Shape means it will return number of elements in each dimension. What is this? Treat it as column vector. There will be 4 rows and 1 column. Therefore, it's displaying like that. This I already discussed. Again, this is a matrix. How many rows? There are 2 rows and 4 columns. Shape means it will return number of elements in each dimension. There are 2 rows and 4 columns. Therefore, it is returning 2, 4. Len I already discussed. Len means it will return length of that particular array object. There are 4 elements. Therefore, it's displaying 4. If you want to find number of rows in 2-dimensional array, just say print a len of array name. If you want to know number of columns, just say array ARR of 0. Here 4 columns, therefore it's displaying it as 4. This linspace I already discussed. It will create, what will it create? It will create number of points. Just see this one is 0, 2, 5. It will create points in between 0 and 2. How many points? 5 points it will create, including 0, 2. That's what it says. It is simple lecture. Just go through once. If you have any difficulty, just keep some comments so that I will try to explain. Thank you very much.